Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we're going to touch on a subject that has a ton of opinions out there, but I'm going to give you mine, and I'm going to give you my perception, and I speak from experience on both. I've towed this camper, the Geo Pro 19 FPS, with a Tacoma, and I'm now the 2023 Tundra. I loved my Tacoma. I really did. I loved that truck. It was nimble, in and out of the city. You could park it just about anywhere. And it had, some pretty decent towing capacity. But how was it towing this Geo Pro here? Well, generally speaking, I mean, it towed very well. The only issues that I think we ever ran into with the Tacoma were heading out west. We took it 4,500 miles from Georgia to Flagstaff, to Tucson, Las Cruces, then back through Roswell, and then back to Georgia. So we experienced all ranges of towing with the Tacoma. The one main issue that I think we had was massive headwinds heading through Oklahoma and New Mexico on I-40, and it fought it. I mean, we were running 3,500 to 4,000 RPMs trying to maintain 65 miles an hour, but other than that, going up mountains, never had a big problem. Yeah, you're going to hit the high RPM ranges in some cases, depending on where you are, but it will do it. You just have to adjust your expectations as far as how fast you're going to be towing. You're probably going to be going through the mountains. You shouldn't be going fast anyway. There's a lot of curves. So anyway, generally speaking, it worked well there. One thing that I also noticed with the Tacoma is when big rigs pass you or large vehicles pass you, yeah, there's some swaying going on. One thing I definitely wouldn't do with the Tacoma ever is tow without a distribution hitch, which helps with the sway, or maybe even on top of that, a sway setup. So I'm going to show you what I've towed with, and I tow with the Tundra as well. And it's just a Harbor Freight distribution hitch. Works great for us. I know some of you guys may be saying there's 15 other different distribution hitches that are way better. This one does the trick, man, I'm telling you. Is it the best? Probably not. Does it work? Absolutely. And I'll show you that real quick. So here's the hitch you get with the Harbor Freight setup. I've added this on, and I'll actually put that in the Amazon description below. What I did notice is this had a lot of play in it. This little guy here takes all the play. There's no play now in the hitch setup, and I think it was like 10-12 bucks. So very well worth it. This Harbor Freight setup cost me, I think it was about 230 bucks. Harbor Freight depends on when you buy it. You may get a deal on it, but again, this has worked well. It has some beefy bars that come with it. These go up in those little side pieces on each side of that hitch that you saw, and then the chains there loop over this little hook right here, and then you use your bar and you pull it up, and then you latch it with a pin right there. But worked well with Tacoma, works well with the Tundra as well. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the Tundra. So again, this is the 2023 Tundra Limited. It comes factory equipped with 360 cameras. It has airbags in the back, which make an amazing difference as far as towing. You can actually even squat the rear end if you needed to via the airbags. It is 4-wheel drive. Has an onboard brake controller already that works well with the Geo Pro. So it's fully set up for towing. Again, like I said, I love my Tacoma, but I also love my Tundra. My Tundra tows. I think the Tacoma is 6,500 pound towing capacity. This one's bumping about 12,000 towing capacity. And the Geo Pro 19 FPS is about 3,300 pounds. That's dry weight though. That doesn't count all the water you're carrying, batteries, or any stuff that your wife stuffs in there. So keep that in mind. So for the Tacoma, it's probably at the upper range of the Tacoma. For this one, this is a twin turbo V6, 3.5 twin turbo V6. Again, 12,000 pounds. I can't tell that thing's behind me anymore. It's a little scary. but it is a substantial difference in towing capability. The Tacoma did it, and again, we drove 4,500 miles, but there was no relaxing. There was no relaxing on the highway, which you shouldn't technically be relaxed anyway, but this one I can at least put it in cruise control, which is I could not do with the Tacoma. The Tacoma was hunting gears in cruise control, so I just couldn't use cruise control. So, but this one you can put it in cruise control. It cruises right along, no problems at all. So, you know, again, this is a lot more truck too, and you know, from a price aspect, it's a lot more expensive truck than Tacoma. So you know, you just kind of take it with a grain of salt. I mean, we are going to travel more and more and more, so this was the logical choice for us. May not be for you. What am I really getting at? What I'm getting at, I guess, is can you tow with the Tacoma? Yes, absolutely. Can you tow this trailer with the Tacoma? Without a doubt. Again, we drove it 4,500 miles. It pulled. We had minimal issues. Couldn't use cruise control, and of course, getting into the headwinds were a big issue. We still made it. Just had to, you know, reduce our expectations. But is towing with the Tundra a better experience and more comfortable? Absolutely. I love both, and I'm not advocating for one or the other. It really has to suit you. So everybody says, well, you need to get a Tundra. No, you don't. If you want that comfort and luxury while towing, yeah, you should probably get a Tundra. If you don't mind, you know, the Tacoma, how it is, I loved my Tacoma. Again, it's just an SR5. I loved it. But for what our purposes and the amount of miles that we're going to put on the road this year and the next year, this was the logical choice for us. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. This is my opinion. And again, this is me liking both trucks. But there's different uses for different trucks, and this has been our choice. But you could absolutely pull this trailer with a Tacoma, regardless of what anybody says, with the Tacoma. And again, this was a 2020 Tacoma V6 with 6,500 pounds of towing capacity. That's my experience. There are other Tacomas that have less towing capacity. I can't tell you there. This is a 2020 Tacoma SR5, 6,500 pound towing capacity. This is a 2023 with almost 12,000 pound towing capacity, limited V6 twin turbo. The turbos are what makes the difference, I assure you. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful at all, like and subscribe. We have plenty of other Geo Pro videos on our YouTube channel. So again, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and drop your comments down below if you have them. Thanks. See you on the next one.